Alrighty, hello. We should be live. Need to post out. Oh. I did this around the wrong way. No. It's... There we go. That's it. That should now be working. Bring this microphone back down. That should now be working. Cool. Hey, Disco. How's it going? I'm still just setting up real quick. Sorry. I think... Oh, I still need to do my flight plan. That's one thing that I need to do. Okay. We are Albert. Bring that over to this monitor. Where are we heading today? We're heading down to Mount Gambier. Doing a short hour-long flight because I have other things that I want to do today. We're not on the network because honestly there's no other traffics. Oh, there's no controllers, no traffic, no nothing, so no point. But yeah, we're starting off in Adelaide today. The weather is terrible. Honestly, it's not good all the way down to the southeast, so I need to open up Navigraph as well. The charts. It's been a while since I've done that. Today, yeah, we're flying the Saab 340 twin. It's a twin turboprop. Very popular for flying regionally by Rex Airlines, and yeah, it should be cool. Get the door open, and we'll get in. I will unload this flight. Import from SimBrief. There you go. The last flight that it had loaded in here was it was the Dubbo flight that I did, which is crazy. All right, let's see if I remember how to start up this thing. This that's for that. All right, you're going to Melbourne from Adelaide, I assume. They're going to be Adelaide 4, runway 23, Albert, Buvka, which we flew by yesterday, and then we'll do an RNAV into Mount Gambier. I don't know what the weather is in Mount Gambier, so could check real flights to decide for what we're doing. Whether there is no meta, of course. Any hoozle. Let's get this thing set up. Let's see if I remember how. Go. We do have the, sorry for that lag spike there. We do have external power available, so we'll turn that on. Go turn on those switches. Turn on the nav lights to show that we are in the aircraft. This looks different from the last time I flew it. Oh, never mind. It's back to how I know it. Maybe I just spend too much time in the overhead panel. Alright, we'll turn on the battery overrides. We'll turn on the avionics here. Hello? You? All the way down, thank you. I also need to get these things, condition levers, set up. I wonder if there's a way to do it in controls that are this only. No, I don't want an X input. I want the quadrant. And I want fuel or condition. Maybe it is under condition. Mate. Condition lever. So they already look like they are bound. So be fine. Save him back. Zoom. Get out the yoke today. I did. I did yesterday as well. That is still not working. Whatever. Alright, let's put in our flight plan. The menu, the depart. We are departing. Y pad. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's right. You need to press enter. Y pad. Enter. Runway 23. Via the Adelaide 4 SID. No transition. Menu, the arrival will be Mount Gambier. Enter, accept. I'm going to have a quick look-see of flight radar and see if there's anything coming over that might give some sort of. Actually, I can just look up the meta on here as well. Never mind. That's Port McDonald. There it is. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look-see, see if there's any aircraft incoming. Nope. Nope. Dang it. Alright, let's have a look here. Ambia. Oh wait, no, I want Windy. Windy.com. Go. The active runway appears to be runway 18. The wind is almost direct. Almost direct in, so. No star. Apparently there's no approach. There is an RNAV approach. I've forgotten how to set this up, man. Plan, runway 18, no. Menu, arrival, the approach. Apparently there's no approach. I know there's no star. Is it because my nav data is out of date? It shouldn't be. We load up the Navigraph hub here and we'll have a look-see. Yeah, I do have an update. I updated it like the other day and nothing bad happened. Alright, so what I'm going to do, this isn't very legit, but I'm going to set my flight plan to do Narracourt. Hang on, let me have a look at the charts here. Flight approach. Yeah, there is an RNAV 18, and I'd want it via November Echo. Which starts pretty much right over Nangwarry. Hey Victoria, how you doing? Welcome back. Having a bit of a hard time right now. It's saying that I don't have an RNAV arrival for the airport we're flying to today. So I'm going to kind of program one in. It won't be legit, but it'll be something. Runway 18, we want to add in Bufka. Actually, wait, we want to do it the other way. So we want YCNQ Coonawarra. Accept. From Coonawarra, we want Narracourt. Accept. Then here we want Bufka. Bufka. Accept. And then above Bufka, we want Albert. Hey Derv, how you doing, bud? Rex! Yes, we are doing a Rex flight. We are doing Adelaide to a small town called Mount Gambier, which is where I grew up. Oh my god, what is this lag, dude? It wasn't lagging a moment ago. Chill out. I do have a couple of other things open. Come on. Self weird. Gonna do another Mount Gambier to somewhere else? I have no idea. Anyway, yeah, so we are in the Saba cruising at 19,000 feet today, so we'll be well above the clouds today. Yesterday we landed in the Cirrus SR22 in Parafield, which is just up Main North Road from where we are now. If I were to get into the drone cam, it's pretty easy to see, so that's cool. What's the aircraft? This is the Saab 340B Bravo. I go into my outside view. There it is, right there. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a plane that I didn't really understand at first, but yeah, it's pretty good. If you have Flight Sim 2024, you can buy this in the marketplace, or if you have the deluxe premium edition, like not the high end one, not the $300 Australian one, the like the $180 one. But yeah, very cool. Very cute aircraft. We'll get right starting first. I also need to turn these on. Set ourselves 2000. What are you doing, VATSIM? Even though I'm not on that network right now. Okay. Seatbelt signs on. No smoking signs on. I'm watching you back there. Hey Sean, welcome back. How you doing? Also, my audio level should be a lot better today because I'm using my regular microphone. So if I sound different compared to yesterday, that's why. Yesterday it was on a VR headset microphone. Today is on my broadcast microphone. So yeah, could be why. Alright, auto caution is turned on at takeoff. We'll turn on left and right generators. Turn start to right. And we'll get it started. Oh, I also need to turn on anti-skid. Hopefully I've done everything right. It's been a long time since I've done this, so... Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so you can see the temperature going up. And our right propeller is moving. Hell yeah. Now that it has calmed down, we'll push it up to there. Beautiful. You can actually hear it. Very nice. Okay. Now we are going to do the same for left. We'll push some fuel into left. Oh, that left. Ignition. Should hear a little click and this temperature should start going up. There it goes. Lovely. And I brought out the right flight sim stuff today. I'm using a yoke and I'm using a yoke IRL, so that's cool. Alright, we can turn off the external power now. Turn on the beacon in preparation to move. Before we get much further, I'm going to set the trim as well, which is right here. So you guys can see it. You can see me moving it upwards very slightly. Our autopilot and yaw damper are down here. Hey Roo, how you doing? Alright, left is definitely started. Let's get that up here. Turn the gas lock off. Let's get a an inches for Adelaide. Can I please have inches? Weather radar. No. What's that? Give me the wind. Thank you. And then settings. I would like that in... No, not that one. I want that in inches. 006. We're kind of right in the middle. So I'd say we're 3009. High pressure out here. Yeah, that looks pretty right as well. Maybe 3001. Why that Rex plane has engine covers while yours are blue. There's some homemade tomato soup. That's good to hear. Engine covers white while yours are blue. Hang on, let me look. I don't understand. All mine are blue. The Rexes that I've seen, or that I used to see flying over my house, they have blue engines. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay, we are going to turn on heading mode. And we are going to head. This is why I wish I was in VR right now. This makes it way easier to see. Hey Kika, how you doing, bud? I hope you've been well, man. Actually, technically, this runway is 222, so we'll actually set up for that. 2, 1, 2. Nice. Yeah, okay. Stream Elements, I get it. I have a new sponsorship thing. Probably never going to do it because it's things that I don't want to do. We'll set the climb speed for 160 knots. At first, that will change to 140. Oh, okay, yeah. So this one here is actually part of the scenery itself. It's not a real plane. So that's why that one is white. Sorry. Because this is where Rex Park, IRL at Adelaide. Alright, so we got a little bit of an impromptu flight plan. I'll start descending as we get close to Narracourt itself. Just a little bit beforehand. Because my nav data didn't load in for some reason. You're doing good? That's great to hear, mate. Really glad to hear that. It confused you for a moment? Yeah. So it's just scenery. That's all it is. Made with shapes and whatever. I don't understand why they didn't paint them blue. They obviously have access to blue because it's right there on the tip. So I don't know. Anyway, let's come back over here. Okay, I'll set them as we get close to the thing. Feet on rudders. Let me bring the microphone slightly closer here. Alright, just doing a check here. That curve doesn't feel right to IRL. I'm at least... So when I'm here, I'm like here, IRL. So that might have to be configured, but that's done. Rudders. Release the parking brake. Alright, good. Rudders are working. Rex go max props before taxi? Really? Okay, cool. I'll set them max then. How you doing today, Josh? Hope you're doing well, man. Alright. We won't even need to put in any throttle, which is ridiculous. Thing just starts moving. Actually, hang on. I forgot to turn on taxi lights. Taxi. Yeah, used to work for them and jump seated a few times. Oh, that is sick. They're all fitted with like Garmin's these days though, right? And not this old BS. Should get a little bit of a cloud breakout too on our departure. Rex still use the FMS. Link uses the Garmin's. Ah, okay. So in the Q400s and Q300s and whatever. Alright. Set flaps 1. As we taxi onto Bravo. For some reason my nav data wasn't up to date in this, so we're doing a bit of a jank approach. We're flying the Adelaide 4 departure, direct Albert, Buvga, and then from there things get a little bit weird. Normally I'd fly an RNAV approach straight in, runway 18. However, it didn't realize there was an RNAV approach in. So we're flying visual 18, but I've set an overfly of Narracourt Airfield, Coonawarra Airfield, and then from there we will follow Riddock Highway visually all the way down to the runway. Alright. Turn on auto caution, which apparently helps with takeoff and landing. And ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We are taking up runway 23. I hope you enjoy the flight, and if you don't, we don't have peanuts for you. Away. So be good or no peanuts, got it? Are we in agreement, chat? All right, here we go. I will get to your message shortly. I see it there in the chat. 100. Rotate. Positive brake. Gear is coming up. Why am I slanting? Stop slanting. I love this departure, flying out over the beaches here. Sorry, I just have to make sure I'm still flying straight and level. One of my favorite departures in this whole game, flying out over the beaches in Adelaide. I'm surprised that Australia, having states as the first level subdivision, yet unlike my home country, Australia uses districts as their second subdivision. You're mentioning peanuts as if chat has a herd of elephants. Hey, no one's going to say no to free food though, are they? Previous Albert's direct to 5. God, hang on. Right. Left to 5. Why can't I direct? Hello? Stand by. Direct to... There we go. 5. Enter. There we go. Now we turn on nav, and I turn on the autopilot and your damper. Sorry, bit of a relearning curve here. It's been a hot minute since I last flew the sub. Hey Jeannie, how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Also, I just noticed that my computer volume is quite loud. Let me just turn that down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so there we go. Taking off from Adelaide. And where we landed yesterday. There it is. See the airfield there with their many runways. Right there. Oh my god, can you stop moving around, please? Yeah, so landed there yesterday. A horrible landing for anyone that was here. They can attest. This is probably going to be a horrible landing as well. But yeah, you can see quite close to each other. Very cool. Let's turn off auto caution. You need to be indicated airspeed as well. And we'll turn you down to 160. Apparently Rex climb at 140. Can you confirm that, Josh? Is that possible? Because it seems like you would go like spaceship status at first. Australia, states and districts, America, states and counties. Yeah, I don't know. It's just how people do things, and it like... Wow, we are climbing quite fast. What is that? That's like 2,000 feet a minute. At least I know if I ever need to space shuttle this on the network because of traffic, I can. And there we go. There's our cloud cover on the way. Man, these clouds look phenomenal, right? I love it so much. It's one of the things that I really like about Flight Sim 24 over 2020 as well. When you're doing high altitude flying, like right now the clouds are pretty low, But when you're doing high altitude flying and there is like clouds above you as well, oh, it's beautiful. I love it so much. All right, we are now 10,000 feet. Landing lights come off and we will set our pressure back to standard. There we go, nice. It would be nice if this was interchangeable to hectopascals, but it isn't. So when I'm getting winds and such, I need them in mercury inches. It's close to 10 p.m. here. Why aren't you in bed? I mean, you probably are in bed, maybe. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm not your parents. Yeah, look at that cloud. It's so cool. I was going to do this flight in VR as well, but then I'm like, I don't know. We did the one yesterday in VR and it was a little bit jank. I went back and watched it and the audio levels, and I apologize for this, the audio levels were a little bit off. I hope they're good today. Like they were like watchable yesterday, of course. But, yeah, they weren't good. 12,000 feet. I forgot to load up. Uh-oh. Where is it? Navigraph. That's not it. What's it called? Actually, it'll tell me if I try and activate it in Navigraph. Sounds good to you? Yeah. My normal broadcast volumes are like the way to be. And then I could get right up in the mic and do this and be really, really legible. unlike my VR headset. A lot of people think that's cringe when I get right up into the microphone and I talk really, really quiet. Because they think that I'm putting on this voice because it goes deep. But really, I can go even deeper. Okay, we need to set ourselves to 140. And then Navigraph. Navigraph. Thank you. What do I need open for you to work? Simlink. That's what I want. Sim. Restart Navigraph. Hey, what's up, Verb? How you doing, mate? Back up. What did I do wrong? Back up. My youngest nephew, who I saw today, just learned about you being adopted. Oh, you too close to the mic. Verb, how have you been, my friend? Hey, Mike, what's up? G'day from Vancouver, 10 p.m. here, Sunday night from your past. Any news Monday's lottery numbers? 6, 9, 4, 2, 0, 10. Whoa, all of my computer lights just went off and back on. That was, oh, that's why, because I clicked VLC. I have it when I click into VLC to turn off all my computer lights, because I usually leave it running through the night. So I have something to watch on the TV as I'm falling asleep. Just subscribe to the Discord. Thank you very much. If anyone else wants to join the Discord, by the way, you can either type in !Discord in the chat, or there should be a link for it down in the description box under the video. Whichever is easiest for you. Yeah, being adopted, by the way, doesn't change who you are. I felt the clench when you were talking very close to your microphone. Yeah. Some people like it, some people don't. It's one of those things. Yeah, look at that cloud cover. It is dense through there. All right, Simlink should be open now, so I want Navigraph because I don't want to restart my game just to get all my navigation data properly in. All right. So we'll be flying over Lake Alexandrina shortly. I don't remember my keybind, so hopefully we can see. So look, this is where we were flying yesterday when I mentioned Lake Alexandrina. We were somewhere down here when I had to turn for weather. You can see the weather hasn't gotten much better, honestly. But yeah, this is where we were yesterday. Just a few, like, but under the clouds. So definitely a lot higher today. You move Navigraph over to this screen here. Slightly growly ASMR voice. That's just because when I start talking quietly, my voice kind of does go like that. Hey, what's up, Juicy? How you doing, bud? Yeah, so when I start talking kind of like normally, you can start hearing a little bit of gravel in it. And this is me. So when I talk quietly, yeah, that obviously gets very accentuated. I could probably try and do something a little bit smoother like this, but it doesn't feel like me. So, I don't know. Anyway, how are you all enjoying your Rex flight today? Today's flight is only going to be about an hour long. We might do a second one. We could do a return. Going good. How about myself? I'm ASMR flight, it seems.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Today's flight will be roughly an hour.
Gonna do the pilot thing. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I had a chicken pie last night. So I was hungry. I'm trying to do intermittent fasting, doing 12 till 8 as my eating times, because, you know, it's lunch, you know. How to join Discord? Stand by. Oh, it says you're in it. Looks like you're good, mate. But yeah, I was eating it, and the parts of the side of the pie that touched the plate were especially hard. So I ended up, why am I at 20,000 feet? Hey, hey. Hold that altitude, get back down. We'll do a vertical speed. Oh, that's the wrong one. This knob is so annoying. Crunchy pot pie. Yeah, it is, it was uncomfortable. It left me with a toothache, so I was dealing with that overnight. But other than that, I'm doing pretty well. Only using 2024 till they make me, and can download the game, no online, no nonsense. I'm playing one of those war games. I mean, I really wish they would let you download like planes separately and liveries. That would be fantastic. But yeah, unfortunately you can't. Yeah, this is the path we were flying yesterday. Just right along there. Nice. Soon TM. Dude, I really hope. That's how you reset. So I hope they set that up at some stage, because having to deal with downloading everything and waiting like 2 or 3 minutes just for the livery to appear on the plane. Like, you guys didn't see it because this was pre-stream. But as I was setting up, okay, good, just making sure that's still going now. I had an incredible amount of lag. Like, my game was running at 3 FPS for about 2 minutes while it loaded everything. They fully intend to. Well, yeah, I would hope they would. Just purely because it's more economical on them to not have to stream it, so it saves them money. The problem is with it, at first, there's going to be a lot of download traffic, and that didn't go very well for them at launch. So they're probably figuring all that out as well. I wonder if we can see Meningi from here. Let's get outside. Yeah, so the other day I was trying to point out Meningi. Oh, well, yesterday I was trying to point out Meningi. Hang on one moment. I just need to figure out where it is. I'm pretty sure that down there is Meningi. Such a cold place because it's right on the lake. But if you take the coastal route from down here to Adelaide, you actually stop off in Meningi. And then this is the entrance to the Murray River, which travels pretty much right across Australia. From South Australia, borders Victoria and New South Wales almost all the way there. About like 4/5, 3/4 of the way there. Yeah, pretty cool. And then Murray Bridge is also just off the river somewhere here. Where the river turns here, I don't know if you can actually see that or not. That is Tailem Bend. And for you flight enthusiasts that fly out of Adelaide, that is Bendo. And there's some good food there as well. Sorry, it seems all I can think about is food. Yeah, see these clouds up here? That isn't like really present in Flight Sim 2020. The one thing that I will say is that Flight Sim 2020, some of the planes work better. Example, the Citation CJ4. One of my favorite planes to fly in this game, and they ruined it. It doesn't feel the same in 2024. So I started flying the Pilatus PC-24 instead. Have 24 planes, and it seems 1 or 2 work on 2024 and have 3 years to play 2020. Maybe the world will end. Yeah, there are still major error issues with a lot of the planes on 2024 as well. Yeah, the PC-24 is hit and miss with that. There are times where I've had to ask to go visual rather than a star. One time I was coming in the PC-24 through Drina, and all my waypoints didn't work, and I can't remember who the controller was. It might have been Nick actually. And I'm like, look, all my waypoints for Drina are gone. And he's like, do you have Virat? And I'm like, yep. And he's like, please direct Virat. I'm like, hell yeah. Not quite that simply, obviously, you know, as I descend and direct the rat. Then there was a small bit of vectoring as someone who was flying the Star, but other than that, yeah, it's a weird aircraft. Speaking of, our flight is... Oh wow, that's actually quite a bit longer than I thought. Hang on, standby. Where's Coonawarra? There, okay, so I'm going to be removing Narracourt from our flight plan here because, like I said, we don't have RNAV approach on this for some reason. Verb, you can help me out here, right? Maybe, if you can. When you do an RNAV arrival, it's arrive and then it should appear here in the approach, right? Because I am getting nothing. I know there's no stars at Mount Gambier, so I'm not even going to worry with that. Yeah, that's right. Crap. So I am broken. Okay, right. So we're going to delete Narracourt from the flight plan. And we'll just be going Bavga to Coonawarra because it's more on... It's closer to what the actual flight plan would have been. Reselect airport and runway. All right, let's have a look-see. Menu. Arrive. Yankee Mike Tango Golf. Enter. Accept. Runway. 18. Enter. 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 Yeah, no approach. Oop, that is not the one I want. I want previous. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. I have lost my everything. What are we flying? Bafka. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. No. Coonawarra first. Back. Yankee, Charlie, November, Quebec. Enter. Accept. Back. No, I can do it from here. And then Bafka. And direct to Bafka. There we go, we're back on. Hey Josh, how you doing, bud? But yeah, so I don't know what the hell is going on there, but it's probably just my nav data out of date, honestly. I did update it last week, but it seems there's been another update since, so I'm a bit sad. Hello, why is my chat not working on this? Also, by the way, if you guys are liking this stream, don't forget to like it. And if you like seeing me play lots of things, you can check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chillainous, where I have been playing variety games. A few days ago, we started Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remake. And we are currently at Kvatch before the first portal, so you haven't missed much. How'd you come up with your name, by the way? I just liked it. So I come up with names for things all the time. The amount of channels I have is staggering, or have had throughout the years is staggering. So channel name, I'll come up with like 3 or 4 at a time and I'll just write them down. So I'm like Villainous and Chill. I'm like Chillainous. So I went and had a look and no one had it anywhere, and I'm like, how the hell do you get something so simple and no one on the internet has it? So I grabbed it at that point there. That was about 6 years ago. And I started uploading trucking videos originally, so like Euro Truck Simulator, American Truck Sim. But I never used to do commentary on it. Or actually, that's a lie. Kind of. I started off by just talking through the intro and the outro. So that was like, hello everyone, this is Chillainous. Welcome to the Euro Truck Simulator video. Today we are taking this package to this destination. It's hard to talk for 40 minutes, so we're going to have this on as background noise. If you like it, be sure to like and subscribe. And that was it until we got to the end, where I then talk about all of the things. Let's have a look here. If I go back in my content, and I can't sort. We go to the very end. There we go. So the first video I uploaded on this channel, which no one can see anymore, is March 29th. Wait, that's like next month. 2020. Yeah, so nearly 5 years ago. But I had the channel and the Twitter and everything for a while before that. And so I did trucking for like ages. The first video, the first flight sim video I ever released was October 2nd, 2020, which is unlisted and it's horrible to watch. I went back and watched it and yeah, it's bleh. And then I started doing things with Unreal and Final Fantasy 14, which is obviously, you know, where I know you from, but it was like playing on NA servers, and then when we moved over to Australia, you know, that's where we all met in the free company and whatever, and then that's where I started, you know, getting to know Raiden. And then we became an item for a while. And then when that ended, I was pretty crushed. And I couldn't do anything. And so I started uploading flight sim videos to YouTube. And my first one was July 2nd, 2023. I was like, I got to stop feeling sorry for myself. So that's where I started up this channel. Like, actually started. So yeah, that's the history of my channel. Hang on, I have a first flight on VATSIM, but then I also have a VATSIM Unicom video. What is this? I want to mute that, and I want to see if it's me doing a flight or not. I am definitely... That's Sydney. Oh god, Sydney with no scenery. Oh my god, my video quality. Why was this put in a toaster? And put on like 5 or 6. Oh god, this... How did you... Okay, how did you guys watch my first VATSIM video? The quality is disgusting. It's worse than my stream quality now. Where am I flying on this? That looks to be a Melbourne, just by the approach. That is not Melbourne. That's Adelaide. Oh, okay. So it was the RNAV or RNP05 approach. Okay. Oh man, that quality is terrible. We didn't know better. Thanks, Dev. Appreciate that. I mean, to be fair, I did get that computer upgrade a few months after I started uploading the videos. So let's bring up Navigraph again. Alright, let's make sure. Okay, it says we're heading towards Coonawarra. Doesn't look like we're on nav mode though. Because we weren't for some reason. Probably probably because the flight stuff got reset, like the route, so that's probably why our navigation got reset. Come on, don't do circles, man. Just started working at NCIS Sydney. Wait, isn't that like a criminal thing? But yeah, my first flight sim video that I did, while it's cringy, has an amazing little cinematic in it that I'm really proud of. However, the amount of time I flew, what is this? This isn't the King Air, it's like the it's the TBM 930. I flew the TBM 930 from Adelaide to Melbourne. And here's how much I've edited my videos since. So this video was about a half-hour long, right? I spend up to 9 minutes and 45 seconds up before I even take off. If you go watch a video of mine now, it's a lot more streamlined than that. We're going to make a right turn here shortly, by the way. We're just getting back on flight line. A flight path, sorry. So we'll make another right turn quite heavily. Roughly 150. What's the Australian NCIS one like? Is it any good? I mean, I know there's always going to be teething problems at first, but... Alright, so essentially, we are heading towards our first RNAV point. The difference between the airport that I've chosen and the first RNP, the first RNAV approach waypoint is only about 20 kilometers. So it's pretty similar. That's why I chose to do over the airfield. Come on, chill out. Even out. Please, for the love of God. There we go. Yeah, so that's why I chose it. If you look on the map, or on a map, and you look up Mount Gambier, South Australia, and you go north, there is Tarpina, Nangwarry, Penola, Coonawarra. So the first waypoint is somewhere in between Penola and Nangwarry. And yeah, Coonawarra is just north of Penola, so it should be very easy to fly in. 2024 has its good points, but my 2020 is working spot on. Yeah. Maybe I should go back to 2020 and fly the citation. The one thing that really bugs me about this sim as well is that they don't have sim brief integration. Still. It's ridiculous. So when I fly the CJ4, I can't just go, import the flight plan. No, it doesn't work. Although usually the flights that you're doing with the CJ4 aren't ridiculously long. So the longest flight I've done in the CJ4 was from like Brisbane or Sydney to Auckland. I think that was a few hours. It wasn't bad. What's up, Captain Amir? How you doing today, mate? There is SimBrief integration. Oh, okay, but without the SimBrief app, because I know you can do the EFB and then load that in, and then load that into your avionics. How am I? I'm doing quite well, thank you. Just chilling out, doing a flight from Adelaide to the Southern Regionals. You don't count that? I mean, it's an external thing. You didn't need that for Flight Sim 2020. I mean, yes, you can do it like that, obviously, so I should count it. It is a good point that you can do that. But yeah, you know, instead of just going down to, you know, your computer and doing, you know, route request or whatever. How's S1 been lately? Honestly, I haven't really controlled very much in the last hot minute. A new patch for Final Fantasy 14 dropped, and I have been desperately trying to catch up. So I did like a bunch of catch-up work for the last patch, and that's about the time I started working towards controlling. But then I got so obsessed over flying and controlling and whatever that I didn't play Final Fantasy. So now I'm behind on Final Fantasy quite a bit. So I'm trying to juggle it. Hey, what's up, Travis? Thank you very much. I hope you're having a fantastic day. But yeah, so right now Final Fantasy has my attention a bit more. I've started learning to play it on controller. Do a bit more of that on Twitch, because I've decided in the end, you know, I used to do like variety gaming here on YouTube as well, but I realized that a lot of people don't sign up for that, and it's just bombarding people with things that they don't want to see. So if you want to see me play variety games, go check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chillainous. You've been in the queue for about a month? Jesus. Where are you applying for S1? Like which country? Oh, Vapak? Hell yeah. Yeah, for about a month. Didn't they do that group training at some stage? Herb? Was that in the last 2 months, or was it further back where they did like the introduction as a group? I don't remember. That was a month ago. Oh, so you might have just missed out then. Ouch. But why are you doing the speak no evil, hear no evil? Why are you doing this? What are you up to, you sneaky person? I was 81 to 90 for 25 days. You're finally 71 to 80. I'm surprised that Vapak has so much demands for being controllers. Although everyone with their controller statuses, they either jump on Sydney or Melbourne. And they'll fully staff them up, ignoring other airports. I'm just not hearing or seeing. It's not officially. The queue is past 110. Jesus Christ. I don't know what I started at. I didn't really pay attention, to be honest. I was just like, whenever it's picked up, it's picked up. That's the mentality I went into it, went in with at first. How long did you wait? I am pleading the fifth. Yeah, I'm pleading the fifth. You're not American. Too bad. I'm pleading the fifth. Because I don't want to seem like I have any sort of advantages or anything, so. Alright, we will be beginning our descent shortly. Normally we would do it in line with Kingston Airfield, which we actually flew over yesterday. It's somewhere down here. Let's see if we can see it. Let me reset my view and I'll slide over. By the way, Verb, I think I found out why I did that barrel roll in Rex in that video. Because as I was sliding across the chair, I might have let off shift slightly, which obviously is an input for the yoke. And I think that's why I started, you know, rolling. Anyway, Kingston Airport is somewhere under these clouds. And we flew there, so we actually flew right across here yesterday. If you want to see that, there is the VOD up on the channel that you can watch after this, where I talked about my gripes with YouTube as well. And the content that they prefer to push. So, am I on VATSIM? Not at the moment. And I'm glad I'm not, because my waypoints are all messed up. Well, not my waypoints, but you know, my avionics, the nav data, whatever, it's messed up. So, and I'd have to do a game restart to be on VATSIM. So I'm happy that I'm not on at the moment. VATSIM conveniently has to abide by all international law, so that works. Well, there you go, Derv. I get a Hail Mary from Verb there. We'll be on Spilled Milk Run tonight. Oh, maybe. Let's have a look. See, where is it going? I haven't looked at the Discord for a hot second. Events. Where are we going? Seven events. Here we go. Today. Let's have a look. See, where is it going today? Today is the 28th. It's between Darwin and Cairns. Ooh. Been a while since I've flown out of Darwin. I think the last time I flew out of Darwin on the network was with Verb. Like a year ago. Alright, we're going to start descending now. I'll set the altitude 2,500. Excuse me. We can wait a little longer to descend because we're not going actually, maybe. Let's do a vertical speed of am I turning the wrong thing? There we go. Vertical speed of 1,000. And we'll set ourselves up for 2,500 feet. Or is it 3,500? I'm going to check the charts again. Can I have a look at this chart, please? Thank you. I'm pretty sure it's 2,500. Yeah, it is 2,500. If we hit 2,500 a little early, whatever. If we hit a little late, though, then that's going to be a problem. Alright, time to go. We got 6 minutes until Coonawarra. We need to... Actually, you know what? We might even need to drop a little bit faster than that. Let's go 1,200. 1,300. Now, my landing is probably going to be absolute garbage. According to Windy, and as long as it's pretty up to date, we're going to have a slight right to left wind as we come in to land. It's almost a direct headwind. Let me refresh this though, because I'll need to get a pressure. Again, it's going to be out 3008. Can I get some information on that? I can't get information straight at the airport for some reason. But yeah, the pressure roughly 3008, so we'll be good. So will I be on the network tonight? I am unsure. That's a route that I don't usually fly, so it would be interesting. Alright, we got 5 minutes until Coonawarra now. And we're dropping at 1,300 feet, so that's 1,000. 5 is 5,000. We're going to need to maybe pull back the throttle a little bit. Just so that we don't, you know, go too fast into it. Might be a little bit slow now. I want to stay at about 160. Alright, that looks pretty good. So we need to drop 10,000 feet in about 5 minutes. And then the extra 2,500 in about 2 or 3 minutes after that. So maybe I do need to drop a little faster. But I still want to keep the speed at about 160. Because otherwise we'll start losing that timing. So if we just set our speed for about 160, then it becomes predictable what we have to do. So, right, QNH 3008 roughly. The decision altitude 530. There we go. Yeah, so we're setting this up like an RMP approach, but really we're doing visual because we don't have RMP, unfortunately. But yeah, I should be working on my S2. But yeah, like I said, I'm behind in Final Fantasy a bit, so it's priorities, right? I've been doing Final Fantasy a lot longer than I've been doing VATSIM. And I'm a big fan of MMO games, so that's where the priority is. I know that's probably going to upset some people, but alright, let's have a look-see. We are 2 minutes away, dude. Drop the speed. Quite a bit. Like, we should have been at about, like, 8,000 by this point. Let's have a look at the charts again. As long as we're at about 2,500 between any and I. Overlay this on the map, please. Thank you. So as long as we're about 2,500 by Nangwari, we should be okay. And Nangwari is easy to see. There's like there's a bunch of foresting areas around here. Nangwari is kind of at the mouth of one of them, so it's really easy to see. Alright, we got 1 minute. This is where I wanted to be about 5,000. So yeah, we're going to start dropping pretty fast. I should have done the 2,000 at first. I thought it was too much, but turns out it would have been just about right. Also, I'm still so annoyed that I can't adjust my fuel, my condition levers on the yoke. some reason condition doesn't work. So, a little annoyed at that. There's Nangwari, right there. You know what I mean by it's easy to see? You got Coonawarra Penola right here. Oh wait, that might be Tarpeena. So that might be Nangwari here. It's only about 7 kilometers between them, so. Roads. Yeah, that's Penola there. You tell by the road that goes around the outside edge. It never used to. Alright, now we're at about 7,000. Right, that's good. Yeah, so we should just about be flying right over Coonawarra right now. Alright, we're going to turn on the auto coursing now before I forget. Start slowing down even more. Now we are going direct to the airfield. And it won't be direct to the airfield. We're going to follow this road here. Now, a tip that I give anyone who flies into Mount Gambier is to locate this road right here. This is the Riddock Highway. And I can see my old house from here. I used to live somewhere just in here. Wait, hang on, not there. This is the shed that was around our backyard. So we would have been right here. That's where I spent like my actual childhood. Childhood, not my teens. But yeah, if you can find this road here and follow it, it kind of goes straight and then it does a little kick off to the left. You keep following it. And that is how you get into Gambier. Yeah, only about half of it, yeah, because we used to live like over here a bit more as well. Between these two, we moved a few blocks at one stage. But yeah, this is where I spent my childhood. This tiny, tiny town. The old highway used to go right through here. You can see the main road here. Very cool. Be sure to check your processes. Make sure it's not still open in the background to some extent. But yeah, so this is the tiny town where I spent my childhood years. And there's the school I used to go to. I still remember these two buildings here. Used to have like small concerts and whatever in there. Or we had like a dance or whatever. Cool. Chili's on it, damn straight. Alright, let's reference our V speeds here. Flaps 10. Wait, hang on. Flaps 15. Flaps 15, 125 knots, right. I'm going to be flying manually pretty soon as we get over Nangwari. We'll kind of... I want to go down at about 200 feet, so I might actually start managing this as heading. And we'll get over to Riddock Highway there. One is heading. That one. I'm going to sit up in my seat very slightly. I just realized I never turned off the seatbelt signs. Whoops. I'll be fine. All right, so this is actually where the first waypoint is, kind of about here. So I will now turn. Wrong way. Now turn roughly 180 to follow the Riddock Highway down. I cannot see the runway yet. Wait, is that it? Nah, it's too much of a sharp turn. It's like further down. It might be like here, next to these pine trees. But you can see a very small mountain here. That is the Sugarloaf. It's actually part of a volcano, believe it or not. Move myself slightly left again. Then we start doing this, shut up. 500 feet, we will do a vertical speed of like 200 to 300 feet. At least until I can fully see the runway. We might scoop in, but we'll see. We might need a little bit more than that. And we'll start pulling back our speed and we'll start bringing out some flaps. What was it, 125 for the first one? See the trim trying to sort itself out. We're not having a good time with it. Flaps 1. That should help. The trim is like almost maxed out. If you're wondering where I'm looking, it's this little window here. It is not liking what I'm doing right now. I'm a little slow. Alright, we'll sit back up in the chair. We'll turn right very slightly. Yo, Clonk, what up, man? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, dude. Alright, our flap 2 speed is... Oh, so it was 135 and 120. So if we bleed off a little bit more speed, we can actually bring out the next notch of flaps as well. So I will do that. Flaps, gear. There's the airfield. So you can see what I mean by it does a little... Wait, is that the airfield? I'm second guessing myself. That's about where the airfield would be. But yeah, you kind of follow the road and then you keep going. That's probably not it. It really does look like it's more like over here. Look on this. Wow, we are pretty much tracking the exact waypoint, like the exact path that we need. I'm like off only by a few degrees. You follow a real IFR ops. I follow road. Well, I can't do much else at the moment. As much as I would really like to, I can't. I cannot see the runway anywhere, and I'm a little worried. Let's hold here. We'll put in a bit more power. That's Telford Scrub. That's Telford Scrub. The airfield is up here. Yeah, so when we're ready, I'll just disconnect the autopilot and I'll just go in manually. But according to the chart, hang on, if I share my desktop ad, display capture, Add existing, left monitor. Here we go, look, you can see I am right on that path. So if you want to tell me I'm doing a bad job, go ahead. But I think that is pretty phenomenal. Like I said, I knew which path I wanted to go in because this isn't the... Okay, I have sight of the runway right now. We are 4 red, so I'm going to keep up at this altitude. Your flight sim cooked itself and needs a reinstall. You can't be asked. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's a large install, especially with mods and such. It's bad. Yeah, because this isn't the first time I've had to do this, because this isn't the first time an RNAV approach has disappeared from my flight. I was very comfortable in how I was going to approach it. I mean, weather would be good enough for a visual. I mean, you know, a few clouds, but that visibility, you can see almost all the way down to Port MacDonald down here. You can definitely see the Sugarloaf in full frame right now. What speed are we doing? Too fast. It's pulling out the throttle very gently. We're still 4 red, although we should start seeing some white lights shortly. I feel like our trim is really not super high. I'm gonna say it feels like it's like struggling, but no, we're good. If I slow down much more, it'll be struggling. There you go, 1 white. Too white. Right, let's turn off the autopilot. Controls are mine. I am sorry for what this landing is about to be. I'm very out of practice. Do a barrel roll. You can bite me. Auto Corson is already on. That's good. Okay. Continue. Slightly to the left, so we're just down, left. Like I said, the winds are very slightly right to left, so I want to compensate for that as well. Come on. This is also a problem on a few planes in Flight Sim, is that it will start tilting ridiculously hard, harder than it should. And like that, I just suddenly lost a ton of altitude. I've done barely anything. That would be a go around, but I am landing because I have other things that I want to do today, so... That is... We're floating way too much. We're down. Yeah, I would normally go around, but not today. Like I said, I have other things I want to do today, so... What the hell, Chillainy? Did you not see it banking and how much the nose was going up? I did not touch the trim through that, and the nose was still going up. So you can shush. Like I said, I have other things that I want to do today. Pilot skill issue. Okay, shut up. There probably is a bit of a skill issue. It's been a while since I've flown, so... But the thing is that I never used to have these issues in 2020. We got down, we landed okay. I wouldn't say it was my best landing. I wouldn't say it was the hardest. There was a lot of float. But we came to a stop very fast. I didn't even have to put in like reverse or anything. We just stopped. And before our turn off as well, so big win. Alright, up top we will turn off the strobe, turn off the landing lights, turn on the taxi lights. Yeah, didn't even have to throw her in reverse, which is pretty crazy. 24. I mean, 24 is a very beautiful looking sim. And yeah, I am a bit out of practice, but yeah, in the end of things, you know, like the plane was acting weird as well, so I don't know what else to say. The fact that it tips left to right quite heavily. If you go watch my PC12 RFDS video, you see it happening in that as well. So you see it like tipping. Come on, a little further. And there we go. Parking brake on. It's another thing with streaming when you like you come back into the cockpit and this is all like all messed up. Because it hasn't loaded, essentially. Alright. Auto caution off. There is no fuel. Turn the ignitions. It's not going to comply. Turn off all them. We can turn off the torpedo. Turn off that. Turn that off. Turn that off, turn that off. And the bus tire connection to off. Turn left and right avionics off and essential avionics off. Turn off the beacon, turn off the taxi lights, you can turn off the smoking signs, the nav. And we are parked. So yeah, I will have to practice a bit more, but like I said, my focus is on other things right now. Bonk just messaged me saying my foot is itchy. Cheers, bro. I'm not a foot guy, so I don't need to know. Thanks. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I am going to head off and do some other things as well. If you want to see my flight from Narracourt up to Kingston to Parafield yesterday in the Cirrus SR22, feel free. I just went over a bunch of my gripes with the YouTube algorithm right now, and people are like, well, break it, and I'm like, I can't, because like bloody clips of James Spader as Reddington or whatever his name is getting 4 million views, which is ridiculous. That's stolen content. It's not even uploaded by the network. It's uploaded by some random. 4 million views. How ridiculous is that? Oh, here we go. If I put this one on again, see, look, 1.7 million views for a clip of a TV show. That's so stupid. If we go more, there's probably going to be another one here. Oh, never mind, not there. But I had to like ban like 4 of them. But yeah, there's like all these clips like that get hundreds of thousands of views and stuff, and they're like, break the cycle. I'm like, I can't compete with that. So, I don't know. It's a gripe of mine right now, so. Anyway, everyone, do take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed this flight. I'm sorry for that rough landing. It's still better than yesterday's SR22 landing, which honestly was a 1 out of 10 maximum. But yeah, I'm going to go do some other bits. So I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, be sure to join the Discord, !Discord, or there's links down in the description. And like the video if you have liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. And don't forget to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chillainous, if you want to see me play some variety games. We just started Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remake over there the other day, and we haven't even gone to Oblivion yet, so now's a good time to jump in on that. But until the next time, do take care of yourselves. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.